What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Friday, August 14th. Now, in today's dog video, I want to talk about the psychology of dog market cycles. Now, you've probably seen these cycle charts within Wall Street, but I'm going to compare it to dog-themed meme coins because dog is following the same trajectory as every other dog-themed meme coin that's hit over multi-billions of dollars in market cap. So you kind of have to see this video throughout its entirety because you need to have that understanding of where you are right now. It may seem like things are quiet, things are empty, things may not be moving, but that's the whole point during the depression phase, is that a majority of the crypto people have left and only the smart traders or the 1% stick around. That's why you're called the 1%. So this video is a very grounding video to understand data and statistics and realize that you are at the very point that accumulation happens, and then all of a sudden that big major parabola event comes next, and dog is absolutely next. So let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. Now, before we begin the video, remember, the Dog Effect Handbook is available on Lulu. Make sure to click the link in the descriptions below. You'll be able to buy your book, but also, most importantly, leave a rating. I'd like to give a shout out to a few people because now we went from 2 ratings to 6 ratings. If you scroll down below, you can see who those people are. We have Leroy, we have JJ, we also have Bena Oem, we also have Dario, and guess what? The Dog Effect book right now is the 3rd bestseller on Lulu within the business and economics category. But overall, within its website, it's ranked number 34 over the past 30 days. Now, in order for us to claim the #1 spot you need to buy the book. The sales bring that ranking back up to 1, and also giving it reviews on Lulu is very important. So if you can, buy the book, buy it for your friends, buy it for your colleagues, buy it for your family members, give it as a gift, and then also make a review. This is what's going to help climb the ranking on Lulu, and this is also the most important part is once we have the #1 ranking, it gives more incentive for Barnes & Nobles to want to list it on their website for sale, and also have a physical copy at select retail stores across the US and possibly the world. So that's why it's very important to do this right now if you can. And don't forget, there's a 24 seed phrase embedded within the book that will unlock 5 million dog tokens. So if you can unlock that 24 seed phrase within the book and find those words in order, then you will have the first chance to receive that 5 million dog. It's up for grabs and nobody's claimed it just yet. And I'll play this commercial real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So, like I mentioned before, I would not be surprised if dog price went back down to 60 million market cap, just because that's exactly where the 50-day moving average line is. And the 50-day moving average line seems to be doing quite well still. Even with the MACD curving a little bit, it does not mean that's the end. Again, we've been in the seller's market for way too long, and if it goes down below, it's nothing to be scared about because anything can reverse. And also, what if this is actually a fake out and we actually expand back into a bull market, heading into the buyer's market, which would explain what we saw back over here. But I do want to zoom out later on in the video because what you're seeing here is very short term. You do not understand the exponential gains that happen in the psychology of dog market cycles. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. So why is dog down roughly around 1.19% over the past 24 hours? Well, it's because Bitcoin's down. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down almost close to around 1% in the past 24 hours, but look over the past 7 days. Over the past 7 days, it's down 3%, which is a lot in Bitcoin standards. Now, Bitcoin could actually trend lower. Anything is possible. I keep that in mind all the time, and you should be aware of that too. But what's really interesting is that we got to see how dog's been performing along with these other meme coins. So when you notice that Bitcoin is down, meme coins are going to go down. I mean, if you look over the past 7 days, some of these coins are absolutely down. So if you can see that the Trump token's down almost close to around 5%, SPX close to 6% along with Bonk as well, Floki down close to around 4%, Dog Whiff had close to around 2%. I scroll down to where Dog Bitcoin is. Dog Bitcoin isn't even down 1% over the past week. It hasn't changed. In fact, it's getting really close, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, to flipping the Melania coin. And as you know, Melania coin has a lot of insider trading. There's a lot of insider token allocations to their team members. So I want this to flip Melania absolutely as soon as possible. Over the past week, you can see that Dog has outperformed Pudgy Penguins, Dogecoin, Floki, Mog, Whiff Hat. Fartcoin, SPX, Base Spread, and also Bonk. It's flipped all of them. But not only that, it's the only meme coin that's in the positive, up 1.4%, while Pudgy Penguin, say for instance, the closest one, is down 2%. So that's just some insight in terms of data, how DOG has been performing while Bitcoin trends lower. Why is DOG still performing quite well? If you think about it, runes are back in full force. This is the runes transactions that's happening right now on chain. Notice the amount of activity that's happened since May of 2026. It has been absolutely substantial compared to what we saw back over here. When Rune's protocol first launched and DOG was first available to the trade, you can see that there was a lot of traction throughout the year of 2024. But the amount of growth that we're seeing here has only been going up and up and up. Here was actually a sharp trend, but it didn't really consume that much attention because it was speculation. Now we're at the establishment point, very different from speculation. This is Rune's 2.0 season. Now I want to get right into the psychology of DOG market cycles. Now you've probably seen this specific diagram over and over across crypto Twitter. This is the Wall Street psychology of market cycles, and it tells you how stocks perform. So as you can tell, through every cycle, everything goes up, must come down, everything goes down, must go back up. Just like breathing in and breathing out. That is market cycles for you. Right now, we are currently at this specific stage. You may not believe it, but don't worry, I'll explain it in just a little bit. Now, during these stages of anger, depression, maybe even denial for that matter, it's a very boring phase. They think it's absolutely over. There's no point in being a part of the stock market. There's no point in being a part of the crypto market. We're never going to go back up. And eventually, when we get to that massive pump, the very first pump, it's a disbelief stage, meaning this most likely is just a fake out. There's no way this is going to happen. It's a sucker's rally. But even Binance Futures shares the exact same thing, where we're in currently the anger, depression, the boring stage. And this is the whole point, is that you have to shake out the 99% of people, the retail, to leave the space, because eventually the 1% buy in right now. Because what happens after the disbelief stage, disbelief goes into hope, optimism, belief, thrill, euphoria. You've seen this happen before multiple times with Bitcoin. This also happens with meme coins. Now, I want you to look over the past 5 years. This is the entire meme coin sector by market cap. So everything from Solana, Ethereum, BNB, you name it. This is every single meme coin that's ever existed put together in terms of market cap. Now remember, there was a certain point where there is the anger and depression stage. And then there was also a disbelief stage that nobody thought this was going to happen, and there was a sucker's rally. Then it dipped again, only to go back up just within that year to euphoria phases. And then again, there's probably complacency, there's also optimism right around this zone, and then it dropped again. Again, this is part of the anger and depression stage, and then you go into a sucker's rally, only back up to that same euphoric phase. And then we're right back down here at the exact same point, what we saw back over here, which was the anger and depression stage. It's a very boring part of the cycle. It's supposed to bore you so that you leave, but only the 1% stick around day to day. They actually deserve to make a lot of money, the 1%. You deserve to make a lot of money because you've been here during these really boring times. But you know it's not boring. I'm just saying it's boring because that's what the 99% classify it as. We classify as the 1% these stages as opportunity. So if you change that mindset from boring to opportunity, then you're not just going to be a better investor in meme coins or crypto, but also stock markets, even the housing market, maybe even precious metals. That's how the 1% think. So when you look at DOG themed meme coins, this is psychology of DOG market cycles, the exact same thing. Look at every other DOG themed meme coin. They've all experienced the boring phase, which is disguised as opportunity, and you also have these opportunities where you can accumulate. So with Dogecoin, Bonk, Shiba Inu, Floki, what do they all have in common? They all had their very boring stage, the very boring stage where no one believed that this was going to go back up again and it's completely dead. But every single one of these coins on every single one of these other chains, if it be Solana, if it be Ethereum, if it be on the Dogecoin blockchain, they've all experienced massive parabola events shortly after. Now, DOG is exactly at this specific point. Now, when you zoom in, it looks like nothing's happening, right? We're just waiting for DOG price to go up. But when you zoom out, you realize that we've been in this consolidation phase just like every dog-themed meme coin. There's no difference. There's absolutely no difference. So eventually there's going to be that massive run-up. It could look something like this, where the massive run-up is literally just a few months away from now, or it could be within the year, such as Shiba Inu or Dogecoin. It's the exact same thing. So when you understand that, you understand that dog on Bitcoin is next to have its explosive run-up to the billion-dollar expansion. So when you look closely, every day when we make videos on an everyday basis, you couldn't tell. But I told you this before, that I was there when Bonk was at $9 million. I said million, not billion. $1 million. And nobody believed that Bonk was going to go up. But guess what? I bought into Bonk when it was at $9 million. And guess what? Just like within the year, it pumped to over $2 billion. And I made money on that. But again, nobody ever talks about these things because not many people are the 1% that are a part of that massive run-up. So I'm telling you right now, and again, 99% people won't believe it, that dog is next. Dog on Bitcoin has its next run-up because Bitcoin meme coin season hasn't happened yet. Dog has never experienced even over $1 billion market cap. And you know that Dog is about to have exposure to the liquidity within Bitcoin. You know that Solana, Ethereum, BNB traders are going to leave that ecosystem to the Bitcoin meme coin ecosystem after Bitcoin meme coins establish a run-up. And when I say run-up, it's going to have a pump that's going to make people FOMO in. So basically that pump that initially happens is going to be a massive run-up, which you're going to be a part of. And then once the Solana, Ethereum, and BNB and other ecosystems see that, they are actually going to join in too late, and they are actually going to be the exit liquidity. And that means that you're going to sell portions of your dog tokens on behalf of these other users that were never there, that never had conviction, that never believed in dog. They're the ones that are going to chase it way too late. You see this happening all the time in every other ecosystem. So that's why I want to remind you that right now, currently where we are in the psychology of dog market cycles is the opportunity phase. And that's why you need to see this video over and over. Now, I've mentioned this in my handbook already in the dog effect. If you haven't already, make sure to purchase your copy in the link in the descriptions below. It's on Lulu. You can have it delivered, expedited. You can possibly be one of the first people to unlock that 5 million dog scavenger hunt if you can find the 24 seed phrase code. And also, if you can, leave a review. If you received your book and if you already read your book, please leave a review. We want to make sure that we have as many ratings and reviews that are 5 stars on this page so that we can climb the rankings on Lulu, so that Barnes & Nobles can see those ratings and also the sales within Lulu's database, and they can list it on their website and select retail stores. So I want to thank all of our donors and sponsors for supporting this dog content on a daily basis. Because of you, we are able to get this delivered and share incredible knowledge and data on a daily basis. So with that said, make sure to smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog and Moon. Till then, see you guys and girls next time.